Hello, third graders. In this video, we are going to be covering equivalent fractions representing parts of a group. Now, you know that a group of things is like a number of marbles, how many candy bars in a bag. So, we will be focusing on a regrouping strategy to help us find the equivalent fractions and to figure out problems related to that. So, here we go. Charlotte has 8 marbles. She lost 3/4 of them at her friend's house. How many does she have now? Now some of you are already thinking something. Look at these two blue numbers here. That 8 is blue because her total amount of marbles to begin with was 8. That's considered the denominator. But wait, this part says that she lost 3/4 of them. The denominator is 4 here. 4 equal parts? 8 equal parts? How is that possible? Equivalent fractions. That's how it's possible. Okay, so let's go ahead and take 8 marbles. And we are going to try to figure this out. What is 3/4 of 8 marbles? Now let me put it to the side here so we have enough room. Okay. All right. Now you're looking at these 8 marbles. Can you look at it in a different way to see fourths? Is it possible? Well, actually, if we kind of manipulate these marbles and move them around a little bit, I think you'll be able to see that we will have fourths. Watch. Do you see it now? Do you see 4 equal parts now? I do. I see 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, and 4. So actually, I'm going to label each part as a fraction now. I'm putting my denominator first, but this is actually representing 1/4 now. So is this. This is 1/4, and then this is 1/4, and this is 1/4. What I did was I regrouped them. That's why we call it the regrouping strategy. When I had 8 marbles total, I still have the 8 marbles, but I'm just looking at it in a different way. So if I just combine or group 2 marbles together, I can see my fourths now. So now, can I answer this question and find out what is 3/4, or how many did she actually lose? She lost 3/4 of her marbles. Do you see 3/4 here? Yes, you do. This right here is 3/4. Oops, there we go. Let me fix that. This is 3/4 right here. Just this. So how many marbles did she actually lose? Well, 3/4 right here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She lost 6 marbles. So let's go and put those somewhere else. Now, how many does she have now? 2. She only has 2 marbles left. Okay. So let's do this problem again, and I'm going to rearrange it differently. This time I'm going to make an array. Sometimes an array will help us. So, but it's sometimes difficult to make an array for solving problem solving, or to solve problems with including fractions. So I have my 8 marbles here. Okay, there's my 8 marbles, and she lost 3/4 of them. Can you do the regrouping strategy for these 8 marbles? Let me put these aside. For these 8 marbles, and use the regrouping strategy and figure out how to look at them in a different way, how to regroup them so that we can see fourths instead of eighths. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. There it is. Now I see fourths. I just regrouped them and kind of combined 2 of the marbles together to make a different way to look at the parts. So let's go ahead and circle my parts in blue. Since I have fourths now, I'm just going to circle them. There's 1/4. There's 1/4. There's 1/4. And there's 1/4. So I'm not gonna actually label it because I just labeled it down here. But you do see that this is 1/4, this is 1/4, this is 1/4, this is 1/4. So now we say that she lost 3/4. Well, this is 1/4, this is 2/4 now, and now this is 3/4. So she lost 6 marbles. I'll throw them off, and she's left with 2. She only has 2 marbles now. Okay, that's using the regrouping strategy when solving a problem relating to fractions. You notice that the total amount is not the same as this denominator. So right away, when you see something like that on in a problem, then you will want to start thinking about the regrouping strategy and what you learned right here. Sometimes you won't need to. Sometimes it will be, let's say, 4/8 or 2/8. She lost 2/8. Well, then you just take away the 2/8. You don't have to do any regrouping. So let's go ahead and review now. And if you understood, you can stop the video and go and try the practice problems. But I'm going to go ahead and review. So Charlotte has 8 marbles. She lost 3/4 of them at her friend's house. How many does she have now? So we actually lined up 8 marbles with our blocks here. And in order to find 3/4 of these 8 marbles, we got to think of these 8 marbles in terms of fourths, not eighths. Because if we just took these 3 away, that doesn't make sense, does it? That's not 3/4. This is 3/8 right here. So what we did was we did our regrouping strategy and made fourths. And you notice that each fourth includes 2 marbles. So 3/4 is actually 6 marbles. Okay. These are 3/4 right here of the marbles. So as said, the question, it's important that you read the question carefully and you find out how many does she have now. This is what she lost. She lost her 3/4 right here. She lost that. Now what does she have? She has 2/4. I mean, excuse me, 1/4. She only has 2 marbles. Okay. Another strategy for the regrouping strategy is using arrays, but this one is a little more difficult because you have to do the array. You have to set up the array in an appropriate way. So let's say we have an array here. Well, if we did a regrouping strategy and we made fourths, then we could say that this is one fourth, this is 1/4, and this is 1/4. 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 is 3/4. This is 3/4. So that's what she lost. Bam, gone. And how many is she left with? Only 2 marbles.